Well, this weekend marks the beginning of spring. In addition to cleaning the gutters and organizing your closet, now is the perfect time to clean up your financial files. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger is here to tell us what we need to keep and what we can toss. And so, Jill, tax season, how long do we need to keep those old returns?
Calm down when I tell you this, but it's basically 6 years. And here's why. Because the IRS can look back 3 years in an audit, but if they find a substantial error, they can add another 3 years. So that means you've got to keep the returns and all those supporting documents for 6 years just to be safe. If you do work with a tax preparer, just ask whether they're going to maintain electronic copies of your returns. Just think that everything before those 6 years you can shred. So that's good. But do shred. Don't throw it out. Scammers love to grab your personal information. So fire up that shredder. Get going.
All right, Jill, what about bank and investment statements and utility bills?
Well, with the bank and investments, you usually can get a hold of those for, let's say, 12 months electronically. I think that if you have bought something that you think you might need for tax purposes, maybe it's a stock or a bond fund or something like that, you might just print it out to hold it into a file for next year. If you don't need statements, any paper statement can be shredded after 45 days. There's a little caveat here. If you or a relative could be the kind of person who's going to apply for Medicaid, many states require that you show 5 years worth of statements. So don't get rid of everything if you think you're going to have to claim Medicaid.
And are there some things that we need to keep forever?
Absolutely. Birth and death certificates for sure, Social Security cards, marriage licenses, divorce decrees, military discharge papers, and estate documents. That all needs to be kept, maybe in the cloud, maybe you make digital copies, otherwise store them in a fireproof safe. The thing that is important about home improvements, you may want to hold on to any information with that or a big purchase for your house. You keep it until you sell the asset or sell the house.
All right. Thank you for joining us this morning, Jill. And you can see Jill regularly on CBS Mornings and the CBS Evening News. For more analysis, go to JillOnMoney.com.